Hello everyone. I want to share with you the news about a personal achievement. I have now crossed a milestone of 100 published opinions in newspapers nationwide. That is correct. I have written over 100 letters to editors and op-eds that have been published in newspapers in the United States. The list of publications in which my writings have appeared include USA Today, Washington Examiner, the Washington Times, the Western Journal, the Boston Globe, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Wisconsin State Journal, the Capital Times, the Philadelphia Inquirer, Chicago Tribune, and the Dodgeville Chronicle. My friends, I am a writer. Writing is my hobby and my passion. And I am a public policy analyst by training. I have been writing many letters to editors and op-eds on a wide range of public policy issues in the areas of healthcare, education, energy and environment, transportation, public safety, and immigration and border security. Lots of different topics. My writings have been published in newspapers nationwide. This does not include all my writings that were published in newspapers and magazines in Bangladesh since the year 2000. Bangladesh is where I was born and raised. My writings have appeared in the Daily Star, the Financial Express, and other publications in Asia. My friends, I have been writing since I was a young boy. When I was little, my mother wanted to see me as a writer. And with time, I became a writer. And I continue to evolve as a writer. My friends, this is the 31st of December 2023. We are about to enter the new year, the year 2024. On New Year's Eve, I have the opportunity to reflect on my journey in life so far, and I am looking forward to the year 2024. I was born in a city called Dhaka. It is the capital of Bangladesh in South Asia. Dhaka is a big city, densely populated, and located in a beautiful part of Asia. I had a very good childhood. As a young boy, I loved playing with Legos, and I loved reading Tintin comic books. I had lots and lots of toys to play with. And I loved to read, and I also watched nice cartoons. My maternal grandparents loved me a lot. I loved going to their house and spending a lot of time with them. I got everything I needed. My parents provided me with all the comfort that a young boy could ask for. I never had any unmet need. I was very fortunate. In school, I did well. I was never the number one student in class, but I did pretty good overall. My grades were good, and my mother always dreamt that I would be a writer one day. She had a dream that her son would be a writer. And she had this dream long before I showed any signs of talents in writing. My mother wanted me to be able to speak in front of an audience. My mother wanted to see me as a writer and a speaker. And then, as time went by, I started to develop an interest in writing. It began with short articles and essays. In fact, I have a collection of writings that I wrote that were published in Bangladesh going back as far as the year 2000. My writings have appeared in publications in Bangladesh, including English language newspapers and magazines. Now let's talk about speaking. During my younger years, I started to participate in debate competitions and extempore speech competitions when I was in school. With time, I became better at speaking. I could stand in front of an audience and speak and make arguments and explain viewpoints and challenge ideas. And I learned how to convince an audience when I was participating in debate competitions. I developed skills in writing as well as in speaking. I completed 1 year of university education in Bangladesh, and then I transferred to the University of Wisconsin-Madison. I came to the United States as an immigrant. During my university years, I studied political science, and I also took many courses in economics and literature. Of course, I wrote many research papers and essays in school. After completing my undergraduate degree in political science, I started graduate school. I pursued a Master of Public Affairs degree. I was a student at the Robert M. La Follette School of Public Affairs, University of Wisconsin-Madison. I studied public policy, and my area of emphasis was healthcare policy. Healthcare policy is what I focused on. My friends, I continued to write more, obviously. I did a lot of writing in graduate school, policy memos, research papers, etc. And then, during my graduate school life, I also did an internship, and I also had a project assistantship, and those positions also involved lots of writing. In fact, back in 2012, I wrote a memo when I was working at the Wisconsin Legislative Council, and I had to present that memo to a legislative committee in Wisconsin. And that presentation was broadcasted live by Wisconsin Eye, which is a public affairs network in our state. That was quite a thrilling experience for me, and I really enjoyed doing that. I must also add that after coming to the United States, I self-published 2 books of poems. Over the years, I also wrote short stories, and I completed the manuscript of a novel. That manuscript has not been published yet, and I also have many unpublished poems. Now let's talk about my letters to editors and op-eds. I write opinion pieces because I have opinions. As an American citizen, and I must add that I became a U.S. citizen in the year 2014. As an American citizen, I exercise my First Amendment right to free speech. I write and talk about issues that I see in society. My writings have appeared in many newspapers in America. I had a goal. That I would reach a milestone of 100 published opinions, and in December of 2023, I reached that goal. In fact, I surpassed that goal, and I now have 102 published opinions as of December 31 of 2023. I also have my own podcast that allows me to reach a big audience. I speak in front of a microphone, and I record and publish my podcast episodes. And I encourage people who are listening to my podcast, I encourage them to not only listen to my podcast, but to also share with me their views and opinions. I encourage my listeners to get in touch with me and to let me know if they agree or disagree with my viewpoints. I believe in dialogue, and I believe in the exchange of ideas. A big highlight in my life in the year 2023 was when I was invited to appear live on Fox News. Fox and Friends, that's the name of the show. I was invited to appear live on Fox and Friends on Fox News to discuss immigration issues. That was back in June of 2023. My friends, if you visit my website, tausifanam.net, you will find a link to that TV interview on Fox News. My mother continues to support me, and I'm very fortunate that I receive a lot of excellent response from people who listen to my podcast, people who watch my videos, and read my published opinions. 2023, the year 2023 is coming to an end. 2024 will soon begin. I hope to continue writing and speaking. I love my freedom of speech. My friends, thank you all for your support. Please continue to stay connected. Ask me questions and share with me your opinions. My mother and I wish you all a very happy new year. May the year 2024 bring you lots of peace, joy, and prosperity. Thank you.